Okay, here we are making the next video on about how to play. And today we're going to do a little bit of talking about space stuff. Look at that. Little spaceship there. Nice. Okay, now, hit the U key, bring up your stat. Whoa, what the heck's going on? Fireworks in space? That's impossible. Clearly it's not impossible because they're doing it. Anyhow, you hit the U key, bring up your status screen, and click on your ship. In my case, the USS Amadeus. And let's talk about the different things that you can equip. First off, you got your stats tab, you got your loadouts tab, and your visuals. Visuals, this is like appearance armor for your ship. Deflector, impulse, and shields. They can change how your ship looks. I don't have anything because this character is level 11. So, yeah. Status, you look at the stats here. If you're down on the ground, I don't know if they fixed this yet. If you're on the ground and you want to see what your ship stats are, all this stuff will be 0 if you're not on the ship. If you want to see what your stats are, beam up onto your ship and then open up your page and look there. And you'll see all this cool stuff like your stealth detection rating and power transfer. It's 5 points per second. That's for the stuff down here. And then here's your forward shields, aft shields, rear, left, right, all that great stuff. Shield regeneration. Every 6 seconds I regenerate that much. And that's how much each side of my shields hold. Yay! And here are the resistances for the various damage types. Anti-proton, disruptor, electrical, that must be new. Kinetic, phaser. Okay, kinetic is stuff like torpedoes. Phaser are, phasers. Plasma resist, polaron, proton, blah blah blah, radiation, deuterium, all that great stuff. As you can see, I have huge resistances. 5% of pretty much any damage type is blocked. Accuracy rating 0. I have 0% accuracy. Yay! Doesn't that technically mean that I can't hit my target even if I'm like right up against it? Here's my crit chance, 2.5%, because unlike EverQuest, we don't have a 4 million % chance to crit. Crit severity is 50%, so yeah, my crits are pretty. They're kind of okay. Inertia determines how quickly. Oh yeah, you can just mouse over it. It'll pop up a little window and tell you what it is. So let's see, inertia determines how quickly your ship accelerates and decelerates. A high inertia value makes you reach your target speed faster. My target value is that a 6 or an 8? It's either 60 or 80, I'm not sure exactly which right now. Flight speed determines your speed at maximum throttle setting. Engine power increases your maximum speed. Using full impulse greatly increases this value. Full impulse. Whee! Yahoo! See, my flight speed is 100 and whatever. Still going up, actually. Woohoo! Now it's going back down because I'm not at full impulse anymore. Turn rate, 3 degrees per second. If you're in a cruiser class ship, that's going to be a very small number because cruisers, yeah, see, they don't turn very fast. This is a science vessel, so it turns average. And then you got the escort class, which turns like on a dime. See, I'm not moving, so my turn rate is exceedingly small right now. Or low, I should say. Exceedingly low. Yeah. Anyhow, then you got all these inventory slots for your ship. These are the weapons that are on the front of the ship, and these are the weapons in the back of the ship. Different classes have different number of slots. Like cruisers generally have like 4 and 4, or maybe 4 and 3. Devices, these are the items your ship can equip, and these are ship items. You can't put hypo sprays and crap like that in here. You have to put stuff for a ship like this. These are batteries. These, again, tie into your power levels. When you use them, like for example, this is a weapon battery. Plus 75 weapon power setting for 10 seconds. So it's plus 75 to this top one here for 10 seconds. So I'll be, what, 125? I think, yeah, 125 for 10 seconds. And it also will repair offline systems. Repairs offline weapon systems. So if my weapons get knocked offline and I use this battery, not only will my power level jump up by 70 points or 75 points for 10 seconds, it will also turn my weapon's power back online. If one of these systems is knocked offline, you lose that ability. For example, if your weapons are knocked offline, you can't fire your energy weapons. This does not affect your torpedo weapons and mines, I think. I believe it's only things like your phaser beams, but not your torpedoes and your mines. As the power level goes up, the damage that your weapons do increases. 50 is like the standard, so I don't get a bonus or a penalty. But as it goes down, and it does go down as you fire your weapons, the damage that you do goes down as well. I believe the minimum is 15. This is the maximum right here. The right side. The right number is the maximum, and the left number is the current. Alright, so currently I have 50 weapons power out of a maximum of 50 weapons power. However, your maximum is not necessarily the maximum. Let me explain that really fast. It's kind of complicated, don't worry about it. Basically, there are things that you can equip. Like, for example, if I use this weapons battery, it will take me past 50 because I'm at 50. 50 plus 75 is 125. I believe 125 is the cap unless you have an item that allows you to exceed the cap. There are items that will do that, like warp cores. This is a regular, okay, this is green warp core. Oh yeah, let's talk about the rest of stuff. You got your deflector stuff. What do deflectors do? Deflector arrays can improve skills such as jam sensors or polarized hole. Okay, so these help you like your science skills generally. Like, do I have polarized? I don't have polarized hole. Well, anyways, deflectors. And as a science vessel, I get a secondary deflector. So I get 2 deflectors. Yay! And then impulse, that's your engine. Here, what's it say about the engines? Impulse engines give your ship a boost to speed and turn rate. Woohoo! Let's see what happens if I take them off. Do I still move? I should still move, I would assume. Actually, you'd think that I wouldn't be able to move because I would be like really engineless. No, I appear to be moving. Yeah, I'm moving. Interesting. My ship doesn't have engines, but it's moving. Whatever. Anyways, if you mouse over it, it'll tell you what they do. And there's a cooldown between how often you can switch stuff out. Okay, so these are Impulse Engines Mark III full. And that full is a bonus. More details. Show me the details. Okay, here we go. See, it says full impulse. Full impulse draws the power from all of your systems and redirects it to engines. Now watch closely my power levels. Oops. Let me close that window so I can actually do this. I'm going to activate full impulse. Now watch my engine power. It's the little yellow one right here. Okay, see how everything else is going down, but yellow is going up. That's what full impulse does. It takes all of the power and puts it into the engines. So yeah, as you use this, that's why I tell you don't overuse this. If you use this, like for example, you're trying to get into a fight and it's way over there, and you use your full impulse, cool, but all of your other stats are going down, so even when you end it, they don't immediately jump right back up. It takes time because I have my my energy transfer rate, 5 per second every second. Oh, hi.
You're cleared for
Shut up. Okay. I'm at 100% power transfer rate, which is 5 points per second. So it'll take, you know, depending on where I'm at, it'll take several seconds before the power goes back up to normal. I'm set to balance, so everything's set to 50. Balance, the maximum is 200 for these settings. So balance, it just, you know, 50, 50, 50, 50. Add them all up and you get a total of 200. Or you can put them on to, for example, offense. It puts 100 points into that. But then that only leaves me with 100 points for the other 3, so 50 on defense, 25 on engines, and on auxiliary. The power level doesn't change, however, except if the maximum is higher than the current. The current won't go back down unless you use stuff that uses that power level. Basically, it's like a capacitor. It's got energy stored, and your systems can draw from that energy. But it's like a bank. They're making deposits, and then your power transfer rate is how quickly you can make deposits into the bank to refill your account while your various subsystems are making withdrawals. So if you fire a lot of beam weapons really fast, you can expect your beam weapon power to drop pretty fast too. Because, well, here, I'll just show you. If you look at this, let's go to more details. All right. Right, here we go. Alright, minus 10 weapon power to self while this weapon is firing. Yes. So when you fire this phaser array, you lose 10 points of power. Every time it shoots, it takes 10 points. So if you have a lot of weapon arrays firing at the same time, your power is going to be dropping sharply, and it'll take a few seconds to build back up. This one has a 1 second recharge. So if this were the only weapon I had, and I was just firing off pew 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 pew, it uses 10 power, but every second I get 5 power back, so I would still eventually run out of power if this were the only weapon I were firing. But it's not the only weapon. I've got 2 in the back as well. And if I were facing enemies along my sides here, look. Oops, that's not what I want to do. I want to do this. All right, you see that little blue thing there? That is the weapon arc. And there's going to be some overlap between the front and the back. See, the sides overlap right in here and here. So if there's an enemy coming this way, I can hit them with my front phasers and my aft phasers at the same time. But doing so means more weapons are firing at the same time, so I'm going to take more of a weapon drain. And like I said, the lower the weapon power gets, the less damage you do. Again, at 50, you're about where you should be. I mean, standard. No bonuses, no penalties. But that also means that you fire one shot and you're going to start taking a penalty to your weapon damage. But not for torpedoes. Excuse me. Again, torpedoes do not draw from weapon power. If you look on the torpedo description, more details. There we go. See this? See this? It doesn't say anything about your weapon's power. But they have 6 seconds to recharge, and they do have a 10-kilometer range. Unlike energy weapons, they don't take a damage penalty based on range. After 5 kilometers, your phasers and whatnot, they start doing less damage. There is a skill that you can get, however, that will decrease that penalty. I believe it's this one. Improve long-range targeting sensors. Yeah, here we go. By default, being far away from your foe can cause all energy weapons to lose up to 50% of their potential base damage. This penalty starts at 0% while at 2 kilometers or closer, and scales up to 50% when at exactly 10 kilometers from the target. Each rank of long-range targeting sensors reduces the maximum penalty by 10%. Okay, so basically, when they're more than 2 kilometers away, you start losing a little bit of damage, and you'll lose 50% of the damage when they're 10 kilometers away, but not for your torpedo weapons. However, let's look at the details on the torpedoes again. Torpedoes are high damage projectiles that are effective against ship hulls, but shields absorb most of the impact. Let's see. Shields drastically reduce the effects of kinetic damage. Okay. Somewhere on here it actually tells you how much. I can't remember how much it is off the top of my head. I think it's like 75%. Well, let's see. Details. Alright, standard shield arrays provide a balance of shield strength and regeneration rate for well-rounded protection. It gives you a maximum shield capacity of 4,355 with 10% bleed through. And then we have reduces disruptor damage because this is a DIS, which stands for disruptor. That's the specialty. Reduces disruptor damage to shields by 20%. To shields, not the hull. So when Klingons are shooting at me, they do 20% less damage when my shields are up. But when my shields are down, that goes away. And there's 10% bleed through regardless. There are different types of shields that you can put on that have different benefits. So like you just basically read over it, see what it says, and play with them to see which ones you like. I'm not a big fan of what's the one I don't like? What's the one I do like? I don't remember the one I do like. I think it's covariant, but regenerative is the one I don't like all that much because it increases the regeneration rate, but you don't have as many shields to begin with. So yeah, depending on what you're fighting, those shields drain like the drop of a hat. Oh, and then you have consoles. These are like buffs. Engineering generally, okay, yeah, modification to your ship that improve the engineering skills of you or your bridge officers. Science is the same thing, only but science skills. Tactical, same thing, but like offensive capabilities. Okay, I don't have any tactical consoles to show you, but I do have these two. Okay, this is a console, engineering. So it tells you that. It tells you what it is. It's a console. It tells you what type it is, engineering console. So it tells you what slot it goes into, and then what it is. It's a Duranium Alloy Mark II. And let's take a look at that. And what it does is it adds +5 to all damage resistance rating. I can talk, honestly, I can. Yeah. This is a piddly little number, but since I'm low level, this is like the best I can get right now. Well, actually, it's not the best I can get. It's the best I have right now. Better than nothing. It's more significant at lower levels, But at higher levels, it's 5 is nothing. Anyhow, server's not responding. I might lose connection any moment now. Yep, I just lost connection. Hold on. Well, damn it. Let's try again. What the hell are they talking about? That was not an invalid username or password. Unless... it's possible that I missed the shift key when I was doing some of it. I must have. Okay, where was I? Where's Falco? There he is. Falco on the USS Amadeus. I am currently in the Drozana system. This is middle science vessel. I'm a tactical officer, but that's a science vessel. Because why not? Anyhow, yeah, let's go back to the galaxy map. I don't actually need to be in Drozana right now anyways. Lovely loading screen. So where was I? We were talking about well, here, let's just talk about all this stuff. So you got your deflectors, which does like sciencey stuff. Secondary deflector because it's a science vessel. Most ships don't have a secondary science. Most ships don't have a secondary deflector slot. Some ships will have an experimental weapon slot down here somewhere. You got your 4 weapons. Like I said, you got your aft weapons, your devices. Like escorts generally only get 2 slots. Science vessels are a nice compromise with 3, and engineering ships like cruisers normally get 4. Then you have your warp core, which will basically determines the power levels of your ship, and it can also improve your maximum warp speed for your sector space travel. This one gives me plus 2.5 additional shield power. Since my shields are at 52 out of 50, just because of that, it adds 2 to the current. And that's what I mean about the maximum not necessarily being the maximum. You can have stuff that improves your current power, but it's set to 50. Plus 5 maximum shield power allows your shield power to exceed 125. 125 is the quote unquote the cap that you can set it as, but with this you can exceed that because it's got the plus 5. And see, here's a maximum warp factor is 6.78, max speed modified by sector space speed skill. This improves the maximum travel speed when I'm going at full speed like this. Oops, let me close this. In sector space. Remember, this is sector space when this area map shows the galaxy map. This is the galaxy map, so don't confuse the two. This is the area map. This is where you currently are, but it shows the quadrant of the galaxy that I'm in. That means I'm in sector space because all these are sectors. See, that's the Sanex sector, the Taroka sector or Tarukas. I'm not sure what the hell that is. There's the Kronos sector. That's where Kronos is, the Klingon homeworld. Let's turn the ship around. Turn the ship around. But anyways, that's what your max warp is. It determines how fast I'm traveling at this rate right here. If I mouse over this, it might actually say how fast I'm going. Warps 6.78, and as I recall, maximum warp factor 6.78. So yeah, and it also has a 7.5 starship sector speed. Improves travel speed in sector space. Now, if I take this off. Come on, give me my pop. There we go. Warp 0.5 because I'm a slow ass motherfucker right now because I took out my warp core. That's the engine of your ship, basically. Then you got your shields, and well, shields are they're shields. They're this thing around the little hole right here. They go out all the time, but they do regenerate over time, and they reduce the incoming damage, but they don't completely prevent it. So if someone's shooting at you, pew pew pew, Some of that damage will go through and hit the hull regardless, but the shields will block a large portion, and it is a very substantial amount when it's a torpedo that's coming at you. If your shields are down to like 5%, even that low, they still block a large portion of torpedo damage because torpedoes do kinetic damage. I think it's like 75% damage reduction. It might even be higher than that. I'm not sure, but there are like these as you can see, they have okay, these don't have them. Some torpedoes have shield penetration on them, and they'll say like 20% shield penetration, so they do more damage than a normal torpedo would because they've got shield penetration. So yeah. And then once again, these are the devices. You use these for a temporary boost to your power levels. Well, these are batteries. There are other devices that you can use. Do I have any of those other devices on me? I don't see any. Oh yeah, I do. Okay, here's the Azura Personal Comm Code. Okay, what this does, I put this on my ship, and then I can put it on the hotbar. Actually, I don't have to put it on the ship.
Klingons are willing to use any weapon available to destroy the Federation, even time itself. It falls to a small group of brave Starfleet officers to restore the timeline and rescue one of their own. Who controls this sector may determine who controls the war.
Thank you, Spock. That was insightful, as always. Anyhow, this doesn't actually have to be in the device slot. You can use it from your inventory. You have to have it at least in your inventory to use it. But see, here it is on my hotbar. What this will do, when I use it, it will call in a trade freighter. A trade freighter is basically a ship NPC that you can sell or buy to. Real quick, like, I also want to talk about. Wait, here's the replicator. You can sell stuff at a penalty from your inventory. You don't have to be standing next to an NPC to sell off excess crap. For example, I've got some, I don't know, like some small power cells. No, that's not a small power cell. That's a weapons and shield booster. Huh, where did I get that? Where did I get that? I don't remember where I got that. I got that from somewhere, but I don't remember where. Anyhow, replicator, let's use it. You mouse over it, it'll tell you what it is. Use the replicator to recycle items for energy credits or purchase items from your ship's stores. So, click it. Now, see, I can buy stuff, like a frequency remodulator. I don't actually need to buy that right now. Overcomes Borg adaptation. I'm not fighting the Borg, so I don't need this. Later on, when you're fighting the Borg have the ability to adapt to your energy weapon. So you'll be shooting them, pew, 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 and they will adapt. And then you'll be going, pew, pew, immune, pew, pew, immune, and you'll not be doing any damage anymore. Unless you have one of these, in which case you can just remodulate your weapon. Takes 4 seconds, and then pew, 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 you can get a couple more shots, and then they'll adapt again. So when I fight the Borg, I use a physical weapon. I don't actually have a physical weapon to show you, but if I had a physical weapon, I'd show you. And then I punch them because the Borg cannot adapt to physical damage. Their shields adapt, their bodies don't. Anyhow, replicate. This is to buy stuff. That's how much it costs. 150 energy credits each to buy these. Blah 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 blah. See down here we got like food items. You can buy food items if you wanna play with your tribbles. Do I have a tribble on this guy? No. Why don't I have a tribble on this guy? I thought I gave him one. No, I gave him one to my other character. Okay, never mind. These are for like these heal you 50% or 56% hit points over 3.5 seconds. So it'll heal about roughly half of your hit points, but it takes 3.5 seconds to do it. But you can give these to your bridge officers or to yourself and use them, and they will heal you over time. You can also buy like weapons, and there's other stuff that you can buy, shields and stuff like that. This is standard issue, so it costs 1 whopping credit, and this is standard issue, so it doesn't cost anything. Blah 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 blah. All this cool stuff that you can buy. Yay! Small hypos. These will heal you. These will heal your health, which is the green bar, and these will heal your shields. That's the blue bar, and they have to be in your inventory, but they also have to be in your devices slots. And here's a small power cell, which is a weapon buff. It makes you do more damage for 15 seconds, but it also removes weapons malfunction, which is a debuff that makes you unable to fire your weapon. Blah blah blah. Okay, and then you have Recycle. Now here's the good stuff. Okay. Here's all the stuff that I have in my inventory. I can recycle this stuff, but it gives me nothing because you can't. This was given to me as part of a mission, so I can't actually sell it for money. Now here are things I've looted. Notice I can sell those for a little bit, a pittance. That's not the full price. I believe it's 80% of the full price because I'm not by the vendor. You take a little bit of a penalty for using the recycle option, but you can use it right now. And for example, if you're on a mission and you need to loot something, there's something really good dropped, but your inventory is totally full, you go to your replicator, you go to recycle, and you sell some shit. Alright? Sure, you'll take a penalty on some of that shit that you're selling, but hey, I would rather lose like, what, 36 credits on a shield charge, because I think they sell for 100 credits normally. I'd rather lose 36 credits and then have a free slot to get this really cool item that drops than to just keep the shield charge, because honestly this is crap. So yeah, that's that. There's that. There is one thing I want to show you. Where are we? We are way the hell over here. Let's go to Risa. Why the hell not? We're going to Risa, full speed. So once again, here's your ship, and here's the small ship. Some missions will require you to actually be in the small ship and not your regular ship, and these have the same types of slots and stuff. You know, it's like it's a small ship, so it doesn't have a whole lot of devices available to it. It's got one slot, one console each, and you'll notice when you look at the equipment, standard issue S for small. It's a small ship, and so their effects are lesser. See, it doesn't have any aft weapons. It's got 2 forward weapons, but one of them is a 360-degree phaser array. So I can use my phasers all around my shuttle. Pew, 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 pew. Kind of useful. It's got engines, it's got deflector, all that cool stuff. And one console each. And like I said, one device. So hey, I don't know what I would put on it, but there you go. And once again, it's got the stats and stuff, and it has visual too. I don't know what would really change on a small shuttle, but anyhow, bridge officers. I went over these in the other video, but just real quick, okay, bridge officers. These are the ones that I currently have, and these are the slots that I have. See, I have one more slot than I do bridge officers. Yay! Sometimes the game will give you more bridge officers, but you don't have to. You don't have to take them right now. There's an option to say not now. There's 2 options: join and not now. Not now means not now, I'll decide later. And if you want to look over your candidates, you go to the stations tab, and then down here it says you have 1 bridge officer candidate. Show. See, I could take this one right now and it would fill the slot up. The name is in white. If the name is in white, then okay, another way to tell is down on the, here, let me, more details, here we go. Stretch that up. Come on. See this value down here? 0. This is a standard bridge officer. Another way to tell is just look at the name. The name is in white. Common, nothing special, no, okay, this is the absolute standard. And it's a Vulcan male, 23rd century, Lieutenant Junior grade, Starfleet Tactical Bridge Officer. Yay! I don't actually need this person, but I've got this person. So, yeah. And you can store, I don't know how many you can store. I think it's, I can't remember what the number is. Is it like 16 or 12? Maybe it was as many as 20. I don't know, but you can store a bunch, and they will all be down here. Just remember, click show. There, click show, and there you go. You can commission him. That makes him join your team right here now. You can use him to create a manual. You can create a manual of one of the skills that he has. More details. He's got Fire at Will 2 and Attack Pattern Beta. Tactical Team 1. Here are his ground abilities. Okay. And here's his skill. Photon Grenade number 1. Smoke Grenade number 1. Oh, we're at Risa. But I can turn him into a training manual of one of his skills. I can then use that training manual to train one of my current bridge officers in that skill if they don't already have it. So, for example, this guy has smoke grenade. Does Grunt have smoke grenade? Grunt, do you have smoke grenade? Let's put Grunt down here. Grunt, what do you have? He's got photon grenade. So I could use that other bridge officer, turn him into a training man, and train him in smoke grenade. Then I have a choice between photon grenade 1 or smoke grenade 1. Yay! And you can do that with them. And there's a reputation tab, of course. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Let's go to Risa because I want to show you a few other UI things that are kind of handy to know. Some of them I just learned myself, but again, I have really bad eyes and it's hard for me to see stuff, so it's yeah, I'm just gonna spare you a little headache. Whee! I am level 10 or greater, level 11, so I can beam down. Let's go down to the Summer Resort. Check out that beautiful loading screen. Oh, original series style. See, I've got the original series effect for my my transporter. All right, now this is important. I know it's not that important, but this is important. Ignore me. This is very important. Okay, I think I might have mentioned this before, but when you're on the ground, here are your emotes. You click this little button by your chat bar thing here. Go to emotes, and these are all the emotes you have. For example, I am the Austrian rock singer Falco, so let's air guitar. Yeah! Yeah, he's gonna shred with that air guitar. Yeah, check him out. He's rocking it, because that's what Starfleet captains do this spare time. They rock. Suck it, Klingons. Anyhow, these are your emotes. You can click this, oops, and it will disappear sometimes. If you move, or if you mouse over slowly, you can go up here and pin it. Click the pin button, and it will stay down there, and then you can move this little window around. If you want to make the window disappear, just click the pin button again. See, he's tuckered out because he just shredded on that air guitar. The most important emotes are down here. Dance. There's all your dances. All the ones that you've unlocked and the ones that are darkened out you have not unlocked yet. For example, I have not unlocked the fan dance. I have not unlocked the disco dance or the Cupid dance or the swish dance, which is really fucking stupid. And then we got more emotes down here, like, for example, sit, captain. This is the captain sit, apparently. Now, the real reason I brought you here, though, is to show you this. Okay? You have uniforms and you have outfits, and you can change them. When you're on a planet like this, you can change your outfit. Some zones will not allow you to change out of your uniform. And if you try, it'll put a little message up down here that says you're not allowed to change out your uniform in this zone, or something to that general effect. How you change out your uniform is you go to your portrait, you right-click it, change outfit. You are wearing your only outfit. See, Falco's only got one outfit, so I don't have a choice. If there were a tailor here, I could show you how to make an outfit. I don't think there are tailors here, though, unfortunately. Which is kind of an oversight on the part of Cryptic, because they do sell outfits here that you can get for the favors. I've mentioned this numerous times in the past, but if you go to the store, summer event, let's go down a little bit. Well, actually, we don't even have to go down here. We got right here. No, those are emotes. I'm sorry. Okay, let's go a little further then. Outfits. Here we go. Here's what they look like. You can buy them, and then you go to a tailor and you can set up an outfit using these outfits. It'll be an option in the tailor under the head option, I think. But anyhow, once you do that, you can give it a name, and I highly recommend you do, because when you do your change outfit, it will list them by the names they have set. If you don't set a name, it'll just be your character name. So, for example, my other character that's doing all the festival activities, she's got two outfits, and when I went to change them, outfit 1 was my character name, outfit 2 was my character name, and I didn't know which one was which. So I had to click them a couple of times before I found the one I wanted. Here we go. Let's see. And then you'll have special options and stuff down here. Welcome to Risa. It's the event coordinator. They'll just give you a rundown of what you can do. Blah, blah, blah. In charge of the special contest, award you a great prize. The great prize is that. Well, you can't see it from here. Oh, yeah, see, there's the fireworks. I mentioned them in the past. But that means it's actually nighttime right now, but Cryptic decided to get a little bit big for their britches, and they used a new lighting system. If you go into your options, you'll see what I'm talking about. Where is it? Would that be graphics or display? Yeah, graphics. Lighting 2.0. I have it turned off, but unfortunately, when they added it, they broke the day-night. It used to go from day to night on Risa. Fireworks are a nighttime event, so if the fireworks are going off, you know it's nighttime. However, see, I got an exploration accolade just for walking along the boardwalk here, because I've never been here with this character, so he hasn't done all the exploration on this planet. Anyhow, as I was saying, the day-night cycle was broken when they added Light 2.0. However, turning off Light 2.0 doesn't seem to fix the problem. More fireworks, yay! Yay! Look at the fireworks, yay, Risa, yay! Anyhow, yeah. Now that I'm completely distracted. Once again, I'll mention you can change your weapons with these buttons down here. This will switch between your current equipped weapon and your primary and your secondary weapon. Or you can just hit Z. Z, 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 Z. You can also see how my rifle is on my back. If you click this little eye icon, fireworks observer. That's one of the accolades, is to observe the fireworks. If you click on the eye icon, put a slash to it, it won't show up. Unless you unholster it. Pa-pew! 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 Looks kind of like a super soaker. A high-tech super soaker. But now it's not on my back. And if you want, you can put it back on. Just click the icon again. There used to be an option to do that for armor as well, but I don't see it anymore, so I'm guessing they changed that. You can do it for them as well. Yay. But I don't need to do it for them because they're not down here with me. So, screw you guys. See, she's wearing a environmental suit, so she's actually wearing the environmental suit in her little display. Isn't that cool? If you want to promote your bridge officers, because yes, you can level them up, so to speak, it requires expertise. Let me see, do I have expertise on me? Progress maybe? Yeah, here we go. Expertise available, 12,500. You use expertise to buy levels for your dude. See, his expertise cost is 1,100, so I could promote him. You can promote them to the next rank, up to the rank below your current rank. So if you're a captain, you can promote them to the rank just before captain. So if you are a lieutenant commander, you can promote them to a lieutenant, I believe. Or if you're a lieutenant, you can't promote them because ensign's I can promote a cadet to ensign, but it's a little confusing because they do change the name of ranks based on what faction you're playing. I'm technically Federation faction, but I'm Federation faction from the original series, 23rd Century, and they still used different ranks back then. See, he's a cadet. I believe cadet is the equivalent of ensign. So yeah. Anyhow, you can promote them, and when you do that, they can learn new higher level skills. And he's got the same stats that you do. Like, okay, I remember I mentioned. Oh, they did fix it. Okay, they fixed it. You can actually, well, you can see your resists, your crit chances, and stuff like that. But inertia, well, inertia is listed, but flight speed and turn rate are both not proper. So you can see some of them are on there, but some of them are not. See, notice how he has 0 hull? He doesn't have 0 hull, but I'm not in him right now, so it's not actually displaying what his hull is. So if you need to look at what your ship stats are, beam up on your ship. At least that way you'll be sure that what you're looking at is what it's supposed to be. And you can check your engineering skill-based stats. Show all. And they're all grayed out, but you can see what they are, like starship damage control, 0. And mouse over them, and after a second it will tell you what it does. So yeah, there's that. But we don't care about that because we're on the ground. And what I wanted to show you was the change outfit. In case you're wondering, you can set focus, which I believe. Actually, I'm not sure what set focus does. Let me mouse over it. Maybe it'll say clear focus. I mean, it targeted me, but mouse over set focus. And it doesn't pop anything up for me. Come on. Okay, so yeah, I have no idea what set focus says, so just ignore that. Info. This is you. Or in my case, me. This is me. See, I am a captain. That's my diplomatic rank. My rank and grade is lieutenant commander. Okay. I have 275 accolade points, which means I've gotten a couple of accolades. Whoop-de-doo. My ship name is a USS Amadeus. The class is a science vessel. I have just under 12,000 energy credits. I have just under 2,000 refined dilithium. I'm not in a fleet, and I'm not in an armada. I'm male, I'm human, and I'm Starfleet Tactical Officer. And here's my name. Percival Falcom Steelcross. And I wonder if anyone knows who Falcom Steelcross is. Leave a comment if you do, and if you don't, well then I guess don't leave a comment. So there you go. Yeah. So that should do it for the for this video. There's a lot to cover. This game is filled with information. So yeah. But anyways, this is how you do all your stuff. Oh, there's a pin button here. I can pin this. Ah, I see it. Set focus targets me, and then if I set my focus, my target will be myself. But no matter what, my target stays myself. There I am. Let's unremove, or let's clear the focus. Unremove. Wow, my English is getting worse and worse every day. Anyways, this is Risa. This is the summer festival planet. So here you go. Soak in the twin suns, and let's beam up. Yeah, well, actually, we don't have to do that. Like I said, special stuff that you can do is down here, site-to-site transport. What site-to-site transport is, there are areas like this where you can just beam to other areas. For example, this one, I can beam to the promenade, which is over here, or I can beam to Sovek's camp, which is over here, or I can beam to the resort, which is where I'm standing. Okay, and that's just a convenience thing. I can't actually beam to the resort because I'm at the resort. Okay, and then we got it's letting us know that it's the summer event. Here's what is currently going on, which is the dance-off, and then there's the power boarding race begins in 2 minutes. That dance-off is about to end. The Horgan hunt will start in 9 minutes, and blah blah blah. And it just goes through that. What else was there? And I mentioned this before, but if you need to change instances, let's say you and I are on Risa doing stuff, and you want to meet up with me so I can trade you something, but I'm in a different instance than you. Look on your mini-map, look up here, Risa number 3 is where I'm currently at, and then you just go change instance. And it would have all the instances available. The ones that are grayed out, you can't change to for whatever reason. They're probably full. See, like this one's got 51 people. And I believe 40 is the cap. Although, obviously, you can have more than that, but once it hits 40, you won't be able to change zones anymore, change zones to that one anymore. But, like, for example, let's say you were here. It would say 47 player and then have a parenthesis 1 friend, and I would be like, okay, click to Risa number 9 and then do that. Map transfer failed for whatever reason. So that'll do it for this video. Going down to not quite Sacramento Thursday, so hopefully this will be up tomorrow, which will be Wednesday. And hope you have fun on your vacation. And if you're watching this on your vacation, have fun. And if you're not watching this on your vacation, then have fun anyways. So no matter what you do, have fun. So peace out. Laters.